So guys, welcome to my video again. It's been a while since I did a video, and today is a perfect afternoon. I'm just sitting outside here enjoying the summer, and yes, and I just thought, why not do a video? And this video is something I've been planning to do for a while now, and it's about religion. Why this topic? Religion is actually it's a very sensitive topic that I don't like talking about, because people confuse religion and spirituality, and I myself, I was also lost, I can say. Growing up in a very strict Catholic home, you always just did everything that you saw your parents do, and you went and followed church. And I can see I still wear my cross, so it's not like I'm not a believer anymore. I still believe in God. I believe in the power of the cross, and yes, I believe in Jesus. But this is something that disturbs me a lot about religion, and especially when I look back home in Africa. Why this topic? Because of the recent stories that have been in Kenyan media. I don't know if you people watch Kindy or follow up on media, that stories that go on in Kenya of this pastor who had brainwashed a lot of people, made so many people quit their jobs or sell their pieces of land or all their properties and invested in him, like in his church, or kind of a cult and so many people who were actually potential or having normal careers, normal lives, just threw it all away for the church in the name of, living for the kingdom and not focusing on the earthly things. What puzzles me is how these pastors, so-called prophets of God, have the power to brainwash people, like even people who are so intelligent, people who have gone to school, who are educated, who are supposed to know better or even question. I don't know what powers these people use to brainwash people a lot. I think it all boils down to how we grew up, growing up in church. You're being told if you don't go to church, you're a bad child. God is not happy with you, you'll be punished. And sometimes even dealing with problems, daily problems, something that you could actually sit down and figure out a solution or find help somewhere, you all put it back to God. Like we are, instead, like sometimes I believe like God helps those who help themselves, but I think some of our people back home put so much, like we just sometimes sit and cross our hands and just hope that God will somehow come through and help us, even when we already have like a solution in front of our face, or we have the potential to do something about it. We sit there and we'll be like, oh, God will do this. Oh, God, let's leave it to God. When God has given you good health, God has given you a brain, God has given you people around you who are like resources that you can use actually to help you better your life and all that. And because of this mentality, or you have to bring tithe, you have to, the little you have, bring it to church, to God. You have to fast and pray and bring it to God, and God will open more doors. There's nothing about fasting. There's nothing wrong about fasting and praying. Nothing wrong going to church. If you want to go, if you have the time to go from Monday to Friday, my dear, knock yourself out. I'm not against that. What I'm just against is like people blindly following the so-called pastors who have like some kind of sect, formed some sect, and actually at the end of the day, they're the ones benefiting from it. Because you look at some of these pastors, they're so rich, they have millions of money from their followers, so-called faithful shepherds or sheep that follow them and sell everything and bring faithfully their tithes every Sunday or every time they need they have a problem and the pastor has to pray, they are told to bring this, and people just work so hard. And that's what baffles me. So many people who work so hard back in Africa, so many people, but most of them, the little they work hard for, they are always talked out of it. Like, bring it to God, bring it to church, and people just keep giving and giving and giving, and you will be surprised seeing a pastor living a life, like a pastor driving one of the most expensive cars, living in the suburbs. He travels abroad. Pastors who are like, just their children are in international schools, and the congregation, the so-called sheep or shepherd, the sheep, yeah, the followers, the worshippers who come and who bring all these tithes, who enable them to secure all this lifestyle, be able to live all this style. They have even nothing. Some of them even go to the extent of selling their own pieces of land, the only property they have, to bring to the pastor so that the pastor can help them pray for a job or pray for. You can use that piece of land, maybe sell a little, and the money you get, buy seeds, buy fertilizer, and plant in the rest of the, maybe whatever it is maize or beans or sugarcane, that's already a resource you have there. You don't have to sell it, but you'll find someone has sold everything in the name of bringing it to God, not living for the world, giving everything up so that they can join God's kingdom, and they can only be accepted in God's kingdom when they have given up all this property. Now, my brother or sister, how are you supposed to be living? Will you live on air alone? You have to eat, you have to dress up, some of you have responsibilities, children that you have to take care of. This pastor who is selling to sell everything, is he going to pay school for your children? Is he going to feed you? Like, how? Someone just help me understand it. What powers do these people use to brainwash people? Like, really, I read this story and I was just like, oh my God, how did we get here? I grew up in Western Kenya, where every other 10 minutes you pass on Sunday, normal houses on Sunday, they are converted all to churches. They're like so many small churches. On the road, I remember from my parents' place to the Catholic church in my parish, between my home to the church, on feet is about 12-15 minutes. With car is even shorter. So between like that distance of 12-15 minutes, I remember on Sundays, almost like half of the houses between my home and the church, like half of them were churches on Sunday. The chairs will be put out, the windows are open, the father, the mother, and the children will be, the father is the pastor, the mother is, I don't know, the pastor's wife, of course, and they have formed a choir, they are singing, and I just, sometimes we used to joke with my siblings, and my brothers laugh about it, take it so lightly. And I mean, if they're not harming anybody, let them do. Do you live your life? I don't have a problem with that. Like, worship whatever you worship, but while at it, please also just use your brain. This is a sad story. The reason why it's just sad that so many people, like was so many like graveyards found in this place called Shakahola. So many innocent people who died in the name of fasting. They want to fast like Jesus fasted 40 days, or even beat Jesus' record in the name of fasting to see the kingdom of God. I mean, come on, guys. If Jesus already died for us, why are we still dying? For whom are we dying? He died for us. He's the reason why we are free. Why are we willing to die for something else? Like, go back and read your Bibles. I just think, like, I have really no problem with people practicing their religious beliefs or rituals or whatever you worship in. We have the freedom in Kenya anyway of worship, so you can worship whatever or whoever you believe in. But I just think people should at least be willing to question, like, just before you sell everything, before you give up your job, your life, everything, and choose to be part of this congregation, whatever it is, group you are willing to join, do maybe some background check, or like just take time before you give up everything. Get to know these people well, the pastor, the church. Maybe be a member just for like a year or two. Give it time and just see, like, how are the people who have been there for long. I mean, of course, these people are smart. These are organized crimes. Actually, I can say that they're organized crimes, and these people know what to say, what to tell you to scare you, or to put that fear in you, or to like make you believe in whatever cause they are doing, or whatever gospel they are spreading. They are smart, so obviously they know, they have their own ways of luring people into these sects. But I don't know, I just sometimes wonder, like, are we this stupid? Are we so desperate? Like, I know. Sometimes you just feel like God is the only solution. Like, I cannot get out of this situation. It's God. But still, while at it, you can still pray on your own. You can still pray at home in your closed four walls. You can pray to God, and God will listen to you. Like, I personally believe that since Jesus died and there was that, like, he opened the way for us. Like, we have a free, direct communication to God. Even as a Catholic, honestly, I question them going to confess to a priest, because I believe personally, this is my opinion, don't come for me. Even if we attend church together, please don't question me. I'm an adult, and this is something I've been thinking about the past few years, and I reflected, and I came to a conclusion. I don't go anymore to confession to a priest, because I personally think priests are just human beings like us. And yes, I know they are like meant to represent God, and that's why they are put there as a figure that we can go to them and confess. But sometimes I think they're just also human beings. They also have their weaknesses, and that's what makes it difficult for me to just, like, if I really need someone to talk to, then I can just go to a normal psychologist and talk to them. Like, and there are things, some issues like marriage issues. I don't think a priest who has no family, who is not married, has a real understanding of what goes on behind closed doors between two married people who met and fell in love, and then after years and years of staying together, the dynamics change. How is the priest supposed to give me advice on that, honestly, when he has never been married himself? He can pray for me, I understand. We can pray together. He can advise me. Of course, they have some basic knowledge they have learned as psychology or whatever, guiding, and they can lead us in the direction somewhere spiritually. You can be guided through a priest. I'm not saying don't go to priest, but I think when it comes to some areas, I don't think they are experts, because honestly, if you have not lived a certain situation, like if you have not walked in those shoes, especially marriage issues, I just find it, for me personally, it's inappropriate. Like, I don't know. Tell me your opinion. What do you think, guys? I'm not here to bash anybody. Like I say, these are just questions that you sit and reflect and think about life. And of course, there are some of those things that are happening on a daily, or after this scandal that was in Kenya about this sect where many innocent people's lives have been lost, and even I think investigations are still going on. But like we know, most of these pastors have a lot of money. Some of them have powerful friends, or have enough resources to get themselves out of whatever situation they are. I think that pastor and some of his senior associates were arrested, and a few days and later came out, or they have been bailed out or something like that. I mean, in fact, I didn't follow up how after the arrest, but I know that I think he came out, the pastor himself, or I don't know. I don't even care what happened to him. What I care, or what really sad, is these families, the people who lost their dear ones, who believed in this cause, who believed in this pastor's leadership and gave up everything they worked hard for, and some of them unfortunately had to give up, had to die in the process in the name of trying to get to heaven. I personally think we can all get to heaven on our own if we just talk directly to God. Like, you don't need, you can, like, you can have a partner, a prayer partner. You can have people praying with you about something, like prayer groups. There's power in praying together in masses. I believe in that too. If you can pray about a certain thing with your friends or family or your sisters or whatever group, but I just don't believe that there's one person who I hang on, and this person alone has the ability to pray my sins away or open a way for me to enter heaven. That's just questionable. Like, this person is just human like you, with blood, and like, I don't know, why do we give our fellow human beings so much power like that, especially when it comes to our own lives? Like, I understand respecting authority and all that. I understand wanting to belong to a certain, group and all that. But I'd rather be called a doubting Thomas than be just like follow blindly, just, without questioning anything. And I must say, yes, there was a stage in my life where I was just like doing everything that I was told. I go to church faithfully every Sunday and, paying my tithes and not questioning anything. But things happen, and then you wake up. It's like a wake-up call. And this is just something that I'll not go into, but I have personally had experiences, some of these people, religious people that you put a lot of faith in, you get disappointed. They do stuff or say stuff or carry themselves a certain way where it gets you questioning and asking, and that is for me, or was until it happened to me. Before I used to defend, I could say no, people are just lost. People just want to spoil the court, the church's name and all that. But nowadays I don't stand for any church. I can go to any church and worship God from there if I feel like. Fortunately, I come from a family that's so open-minded. I remember growing up, even though I'm Catholic, born and raised, but I remember sometimes we used to go to Deliverance Church. Most of my family members from my mother's side are in Deliverance Church. So if I'm in Kenya, I'll attend Catholic Church, I'll attend Deliverance Church. My grandmother was in Baptist Church. I used to go there and I used to worship God. So I think, like, it's just one God that we are worshiping. And it's just the same God we are worshiping. I don't think it matters where you are, where you worship from. Even from your bed, your kitchen, even the toilet, you can lock yourself there 2 minutes and talk to him. I think he will listen and he will answer to you. So this is just something, a wake-up call maybe, or whatever. Most of us, especially Africans. And what surprises me is that some days makes me question the whole thing of religion. Like, having lived now for about 13 years in Europe, the funny thing is, the people who brought religion, these so-called missionaries, the white people, most of them even don't even go to those churches. They have beautiful churches, built in the 1800s with gold and everything inside. But some of them don't even step in those churches, or they only go on Christmas and on Easter Sunday to church, and that's it. And they live normal lives. Some of them still do pay even taxes, but you'll not, like, they're not following like blindly. When there's something that is not right, they'll speak up. If the priest is doing something, they will speak up. Like, let's learn to speak up. Let's learn to speak the truth. If we are at it, or if we call ourselves Christians, let's learn to question things. It's okay to question. You don't have to cause a war or a rift in church. You can just go back, put yourself back on your own, reflect, make a decision for yourself. Is this what I want? Does it serve me? And if it's not, take your time away from church and just pray about it. You will find an answer. You'll find a way forward. So with that said and done, I hope you like. Please don't forget to leave your thoughts, share your thoughts or views about this topic. Subscribe to my channel. Please share, and yeah, see you the next video. If there's any topic you want me to talk about, please also suggest. You can send me a message. I will appreciate. Thank you. I hope you stay safe wherever you are and stay healthy. Till next time. Bye.